No, not. Happy Monday, everyone. Just the who you were looking for, I'm sure.
Nope. No. Good morning. Happy Monday. Today you're joining me for breakfast. I have banana bread that I baked last night because I've been making a lot of baked goods in quarantine isolation. I do enjoy baking, but I've been having to limit myself to one main piece of baking each week because I'm doing a lot of baking. Good morning, Oliver.
No. Huh. Bye.
Banana bread and chocolate milk because I did want something hot today, but I also didn't just want water. So I slept in like crazy this morning because I'm very tired. My weekend was a lot busier than I anticipated it being, considering the whole, isolation thing. On Friday, we watched our online Good Friday service, and then one of my friends had warned me that she had mailed me some mysterious something or other. And so I was keeping an eye on the mail. And I guess it came after we checked on Thursday, because when we checked on Friday, when there shouldn't have been any new mail, there was mail from her. And I'll get what it was actually. She decorated the envelope. I'm covering my address, because my address. But the envelope's cute. And then she had sent this, my bathrobe was sitting weird. She sent a little invitation to join her for a face mask and a Skype, and she'd included a face mask, which we then used on Skype on Friday. And she'd also sent me this little tiny book that has all these pictures she drew of what I've been doing during isolation and quarantine. It's great. I love it. So yeah, we Skyped all Friday afternoon and did face masks, which it turns out were bubble face masks. I've never done a face mask before this, so it was all a big adventure for me. But bubble face masks, you put on your face as a gel, and then they foam up and turn you into a bubble alien. And you know how when you open a pop bottle, it does kind of that kind of fizz, and you can kind of hear the bubbles popping? It feels like that on your face. It's such a strange sensation, but in a weirdly pleasant way. So we did that. That was fun. On Friday evening, we went for a walk because most of our walks have been during lunch, so then they're kind of limited by Brian's lunch break time. So we went in the evening for a nice long walk, and we actually ended up walking over to my sister and her husband's house because they don't live very far away. So I knock gingered the door and then ran back to go to the sidewalk, and then we yelled at them from the sidewalk to the door for a while. So that was fun. Haven't talked to someone in person in a long time. And Saturday morning, I self-taped something for church.
What was that?
Pardon the disruption there. Flynn attempted to jump into the recycling bin and pulled it down on himself. Anyway, Saturday, I self-taped something for church on Sunday, and that took all morning because I did not prepare adequately for what I needed to do and had to do many takes. So that's on me. I tend to hum and dance when I'm eating food I enjoy. Subconsciously. And then I catch myself doing it and eh. That's weird. People don't normally do that. But I'm just enjoying my chocolate chip banana bread. And then Saturday afternoon, we attempted a movie marathon of the Maze Runner series because we've only ever seen the first one. We haven't actually seen the other ones. Boys! What are you doing? Someone pinned down his brother and was biting his neck. That's not acceptable behavior. So you're gonna sit here now. We're gonna let him hide so that when you get out, you can't attack him again. Although, to be honest, we both know Oliver and he probably started it. A lot of interruptions today. And we got through the first two, And then as we stopped to make some dinner, because it was that time, I realized, I have a really bad headache right now. And I had not drunk enough water, so I was super dehydrated and very headachy. And it was the kind of headache that if I didn't fix it pronto, it was going to turn into a migraine. So we did not watch the third movie. Sunday we watched our Easter service, and it snowed a bit, which was disappointing. And then that afternoon for lunch, we did a Zoom call with my immediate family in an attempt to all eat lunch at the same time together. But our lunches didn't finish preparing at the same time, so we kind of didn't all eat lunch together. But, you know, it was still fun, and we still chatted, so things happened. And then later that afternoon, we attempted a Zoom call with my full extended family, which honestly went a lot better than I was expecting. Like, it's not that we don't all get along, we all get along, but there are lots of young kids, and in-person family gatherings tend to be so loud. And so I was expecting the Zoom call, because already Zoom calls, people are talking over each other because of the lag, and so it's kind of hard to follow. So I was expecting it to be way louder and more chaotic than a regular family gathering. But the kids were mostly pretty quiet. I think they felt a little awkward with the screen between them. So that worked in the adults' favor, because people could actually talk. So it was nice to see everybody's faces. But I've discovered lately that whenever I have a Skype call or a video call with someone, afterwards I'm just completely drained. And I'm already an introvert who really enjoys being on my own, like genuinely enjoys it. And I think because I've been basically alone for so long, I've sort of lost any tolerance in a way, like any buildup that I had to kind of buffer me against all the socialing. I think I've lost that. And so now any type of socialization I do, I'm just like, whoa, that was a lot. So I'm pretty pooped, and I think I'm gonna need to take another take it easy day today, because I slept really late today, and like solidly, like that I'm exhausted sleep where you kind of wake up like that. So yeah, it was really nice to see everybody yesterday, but it was also tiring. So that was my weekend. It was definitely very different than a traditional Easter weekend, because I'm used to, like, even growing up and all my adult life going to church for Good Friday and Easter and being there in person and seeing everybody. It was very strange. Like, somehow it was different than the regular Sundays. It was very strange doing it via the live stream instead of in person. It kind of made it all feel, it was different. It was just, it was more serious, the fact that Easter's a big event that always happens, and it's not happening the same way as it usually happens. So it's kind of, I guess, sobering in a way, but it's still Easter, right? So it's all the hope and happiness of Easter. So yeah, it was good, but it was definitely strange. This will be a memorable year. I was saying to Ryan the other night, you know, 2020 really wanted to make sure that it ended up in the future history books, and I think it's gone a little overboard and is trying a little hard, and it can stop now. I told you. So yeah, just a little breakfast and chat today. How was your weekend? Did you do any video calls or anything with family to be able to be together and yet not together? My sister made an entire, like, Easter dinner. Like, she cooked a chicken and potatoes and vegetables and the whole shebang, and her and her husband had a nice little first Easter as a married couple. I was like, wow, we had leftovers. Yay. In my defense, she really enjoys cooking and always has. It's kind of her thing. My goals for today are to chill the heck out. I think I'm gonna wash the bedding because I need to rewash my reusable face mask that I got. I'll show you that tomorrow.
Hey, it's editing me. Clarification on why those two things go together. The face mask needs to be washed in warm water, and I do most of my laundry in cold water, except for bedding and towels. And I've changed the towels recently. So I'm washing the bedding, and then my face mask can go in with it. I'm not crazy. The bedding also needs washing. I'm not just washing it to wash a face mask. It's like, It makes sense in my brain. Okay, there's method to my madness.
It needs washing before we go to the grocery store tomorrow, but we're gonna meal plan tonight because I don't think we have enough time to do both in the same evening with the store's more limited hours. And I did the dishes last night because I thought future me would appreciate that. Past me, you were right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna finish the rest of my banana bread now. Have a good rest of your day and good morning. Bye.